Nick Walthall, David Zuckman here for 88 Poker. It's Magic Tuesday, folks. That's right.
Here we go. Wow.
Whoa.
Oh, look at these hands.
Kings are good. We are heads up. The double elimination. I love double KOs. Whoa.
No, he calls and it's going to be over.
I've got a keyword giveaway, Nick.
This is for another $109 ticket.
We're going to go with Madrid.
Type Madrid in chat. Type it wants to win.
There's a ticket. Oh, Banfield had a big one.
Oh,
Banfield.
The Jillians.
Oh, wow. What a run out.
David, you're on.
Oh, sorry. I was preparing. You know how I do that. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Magic Monday on a Tuesday. That's what I do. I just mentally prepare. It's just so meaningful, and it's just, I try to put everything I have into it, Nick. You know how it is. Yeah. I'm David Zuckman, everybody. That's Nick Walthall. You're watching 88 Poker's Magic Monday on a Tuesday. Why is it on a Tuesday, Nick?
Because it's a bloody big one, David Zuckman. It's an enormous tournament, an enormous final table. You're putting everything into it, which is our biggest worry about your professional future, that you do put everything into it, and this is what we're working with. Our players have put everything into it. They've battled through a huge field of 1,800 entries to be here on this final table, and one of them is going to win nearly $15,000 when they bink it.
And guess what else? One of them is one of our regulars in the chat. That's right.
Shut up.
No, shut the front door, okay? Shut the barn door before the horse gets out. It is Guyrika90 who is in here. By the way, they got here in a, what was it? A Discord free roll.
A Discord free roll. I believe that's true.
What?
Isn't that incredible?
That's not real.
So they've paid no dollars down and no future payments of any dollars. And they've got locked up. Let's check out their bounties. Is just under $300 in bounties, and then 8th place money here is $1,800. So they've got over $2,000 locked up.
Yeah. I mean, many years ago,
Beautiful.
I was on spring break in Mexico, and I got a case of Guyrika. But that is not the same as Guyrika in the chat and on our final table. So congratulations, Guyrika. It's amazing.
I enjoyed that.
You wonder where it was going, right?
That was good. Well done. And people say you don't put effort into the script. I won't have that.
Thank you. Who says that?
This is just one of the things stupid people say. We've got an all-in and a call.
Oh, gosh. Ace-4 does not get there. Yeah, that is it for Simnuts. Simanuts.
If he simultaneously had nuts, I don't know what they're going for there.
Yeah, well, they did not have the nuts, unfortunately. They had ace high, and they are out in 8th place. Good news for them. 8th place is praised pretty well. They had locked up, oh my gosh, they had locked up $3,600 in bounties. Add that to the 8th place money, and we are looking at a score of about, call it $5,400.
Very nice.
That's for 8th place.
Lot of money in this tournament. There was a $20,000 bounty. Can you imagine that? $20,000 in the big bounty.
Yeah. This is pretty amazing. So obviously the huge final table prizes and all this money. The fact that 8th place made $5,400. Obviously, the buy-in in this tournament was significantly higher than our normal Sunday shows. Right, Nick?
The buy-in was exactly the same, David. And not only that, this tournament was rakeless. Repeat, rakeless. 888 took no money for the labor involved in spreading this tournament. You're welcome, players.
I don't quite understand how the buy-in is the same, and yet the payouts are that's amazing. Wow. 1,795 players started this journey. 180 of which made the money. We are looking at our final 7. Guyrika is in the mix. And they've got chips too, by the way. They've kind of got a medium stack right now.
Yes, new viewers will need to understand we will be biased. We love our regular chatters and people that visit us on the show. We appreciate them. So Guyrika will get all of our routing. And yeah, they're pretty handily placed. 2 million's a nice stack at this point. We don't have big blind stacks yet, so it's completely impossible to know how many big blinds they have. No way to know that. But we think they're pretty healthy.
They've got chips. Okay, so you mentioned the $20,000 mystery bounty. That went to Gara Falatro, who won this before busting in 71st place. So 71st place, they walked home with $20,000. Well done them. There were a couple of $6,000 bounties. None of those are left. Two $4,000 bounties. One of those went to Fedazete, who's on our final table. A $2,000 bounty went to Sim Nuts, who was just knocked out in 8th. We do have a couple of $600 bounties left, apparently.
Okay, that's cool.
Yeah. Lime Ricky, our amazing moderator in the chat. Say hi to Lime, everybody. She's had a tough week.
Has she? What happened, Lime?
I'm just trying to get her sympathy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at her. I had a good week. What are you talking about?
Look at this bluffing war in the blinds. H. Dagui really went for this, and unfortunately, their timing was bad.
Blinds are on the board now. Well, and it looks like we're not actually that deep.
And we're not actually that stratified. You're welcome, stats nerds. We're not that stratified. We've got very similar stacks.
Yep, good point. Now look at this. I mean, our shortest stack is 18 big blinds. Our largest stack is just under 30. So really, with 7 remaining, it really is anybody's tournament.
Yep, I mean, big stakes, almost completely even chip stacks. Absolutely ripe for a 7-way chop. Let's see it.
Let's do it.
Reduce the variance to nothing. Walk away with big money. What's wrong with you players?
I want to point out one thing. I mean, we're going to obviously be talking about Gairika a lot here, but I do want to just stress this. So Gairika, who obviously is one of our regulars in the chat, and we always we're not objective. We will cheer for them. Their average stake, their average buy-in is under $3.
Wow.
Yeah.
And they've got 7th place money locked up, which is $2,300 plus about $300 in bounties. So, and they're playing for nearly $15,000. Awesome.
Yeah. This is why poker tournaments took over.
Right.
You know, this is this exact thing.
It is fun.
This is fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Really fun. So what are we doing here, David? Let's do a bit of poker analysis for about 2 minutes before we get into the random chat.
Okay.
What are we doing here at a final table where everybody's basically got roughly the same chips? And it's between 20 and 30 big blinds.
I mean, to me, I think you've got to be, I think this is where you want to kind of like yin when they yang, have the ability to adjust on the fly. If you find that your opponents are playing it maybe a little bit too tight because they're their final table, then maybe you can take a couple of opportunities and pick up some chips and maybe set yourself apart from the rest of the group. Get a few extra big blinds. If some other players are kind of getting out of line and being really aggressive, well, then you can tighten up a little bit right now, and maybe you can ladder up a little bit. I do think that it's very, very important at this point to be able to adjust on the fly.
Yeah, I think that's good advice. I think the other thing to be really aware of is if you're going to make a normal opening raise, there are 3 or 4 stacks which can just shove over the top of you. So you want to, if at all possible, figure out which of the players with those stacks is likely to do that. Hard to do, but you just don't want to be opening into those players because losing 3 big blinds or 2.5 big blinds or 2 big blinds at this point is valuable.
The only thing I'll say as just to play devil's advocate, because I think what you just said there is spot on. I think with these particular these stack sizes, I don't suspect people will be 3-bet shoving, bluffing. I mean, I'll even venture a guess that at this point, they should.
Because you get so many folds, but you're right. They do tend to play pretty tight at final tables. That is true. So we just saw somebody do it, but it was on the button. It was a button open, and I think it was Kerr that shoved, but they had ace queen. So that would underline your point.
Yeah, I mean, I want to see, we can all, obviously in the chat, and you and I can kind of keep track of this. Just how many, when we're 6-handed, 7-handed, if the stacks stay at this point, this level, how many players will bluff 3-bet, as opposed to actually just having it.
Obviously, one of the advantages you can have in a tournament is if you've played with these players on outer tables, when you have 2 tables especially, and you can have a little bit of understanding of their tendencies maybe. It's very hard to play in the dark when you don't know a player at final table, I think. Dave, is there a free roll that our chat could enter by any chance?
I mean, there's almost always a free roll. And this password brought to you by the one and only Lime Ricky. The free roll, by the way, starts in 20 minutes, everybody. We're giving away $500 in cold, hard cash. It might actually be even hot cash. Who knows? But it's cash. Who cares if it's cold or it's hot? I'll take my cash. There you go. I want hot cash. The password is chip88818. That's what it is. Chip
88818. I mean, that's like very easy to misdial, isn't it?
Yeah.
88818. You've got to concentrate.
Yep. Chip 88818. No spaces. Registration is open for that password. The free roll starts in 19 minutes. And you can get in there and get your piece of the pie. Open-ended straight draw versus top pair. Are we going to do more poker analysis, or is that it? Because we've got giveaways and stuff too.
Yeah. I mean, you can do more if you want. I mean, somebody's just made a straight. That's probably worth commenting on, I think.
Yeah, you should bet.
Yeah, there you go. You're welcome, viewers.
Actually, I will say from a strategical point of view, I am not going to trap as much as I would normally. And I don't like trapping as it is, but I'm almost never going to trap at a final table because players are very, very likely, and there you go, you get paid off. They're very, very likely to just check back all the close marginal spots where maybe they would value bet in other situations. They're not going to value bet in this situation simply because they're like, you know what? No, the pot's big enough. I don't want to lose any chips. So you get a lot of checkbacks where you're hoping they bet. So I would just bet your hand. If you have a hand, bet it.
I completely agree. And then the other reason I completely agree is you don't get bluff raised very much in Hold'em anyway. People don't bluff raise as much as they should. You're going to get bluff raised way less if you're in that specific situation we just saw where your opponent's going to have to put in all of their money at a final table. Like if they raise you there, you can mostly safely fold. So yeah.
And by the way, that was a perfect example.
Bet your hand.
Sayo bet 7 big blinds on the river with the straight. He got paid by just a pair of 10s. And had they checked,
they don't make those chips. Absolutely.
Yeah, that player definitely checks it back, right? I mean, they had 10. There's no way they're betting.
Yeah, absolutely that.
And look at this. Dex says, I'm learning. Oh, dear.
Hopefully they're saying that ironically. Because you come to the wrong place. This is going to descend into nonsense in about 4 minutes.
Yeah, everything you learn here, another poker coach is going to have to kind of like, unlearn you.
No, we say good things. We just don't say very many of them. That's the problem.
There you go. I like it. We are back at our normally scheduled Monday. That's next week. Thanksgiving week here in the States. It's my favorite holiday of the year.
Yeah, you love Thanksgiving.
Love.
Why do you like it more than Christmas? Because obviously it's a subject for fascination for all the people that aren't American because you have it and the Canadians have it and we don't have it. So why do you like it more than Christmas?
It kind of has every aspect of Christmas in the sense of like you get together with family, you have a really amazing meal. There's usually some good sport on TV, on the telly, all the good things that Christmas have, except, there's nothing materialistic about it. And that's what I love.
Okay.
It's not, what did I get? What did you get? What are my presents? Where are my presents? All that. It's just simply like, let's just get together, have a great meal, and be thankful that we're together and healthy.
So it's kind of like Christmas, but chilled.
Yeah, it's Christmas without the pressure of we're going to go buy things.
Nice.
You know what I mean? Now, once you have kids, obviously, them opening presents under the tree is fun. So I do enjoy that aspect of Christmas, but
Oh, this is not what we want as Garika fans.
no, although, I mean, listen, this is one of the issues when your opponent flops a set. You're thinking, well, if I flop a set, I'm going to get all my opponent's chips. But so many things have to go right for you to get your opponent's chips. They have to have an overpair, right? Then,
Hello.
that works out even better. Wow.
That's what you really want to do. Let's go.
Yeah, I was about to say, I was like, the ace comes off and it's like, you're not going to get paid anyway. And then, of course, you get this situation where it's like, oh, my dears. This is just a double up every single time. There's nothing you can do.
But it's the double up we wanted as very, very not objective commentators on this final table.
How unlucky for Sayo, by the way. Sayo came to this final table 7th in chips.
Check. Blah. I mean,
they're going to get lucky.
Hopefully they bet.
They have to bet.
I know, but I've seen weird stuff on our final tables.
Come on, the chips are going in. Let's not be ridiculous.
Thank you. Listen to Nick. He has seen some really weird stuff in his time. You have got to bet your hands, people. Oh, man. Dave's gone. He's done. That's it.
I brought up the point, I don't know, 4 minutes ago that you should bet your hands.
I can't believe, we must have done hundreds of these streams now, and you still call the action like you know what's going to happen, and that, the players do random stuff.
Yeah, it's funny. We literally just brought this up, right? We just brought this up.
Yeah. We were just talking about it.
But my thought was that, maybe he checks back. Maybe he checks back ace jack there, that kind of hand. So you really want to get value from the top pair, so you bet it. Even there, I was like, what is Gairika doing? But I was like, you know what? It's okay. Clearly their opponent's going to bet. They've got a set.
Do you know what the irony is? The irony is, I would say, obviously you bet the eights there because they're never checking a better hand to you. That's what I would actually think if I couldn't see the queens. But they had to check a better hand. So actually, Sayo's a genius, right?
Yeah, I just don't understand. I'm going to actually say the check from Sayo to me is worse than the check from Gairika.
Right.
I think Gairika, I love you. I think it's a little bit of fancy play syndrome. The pot was pretty big. There's really no reason.
I think that's fair. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
If your opponent has an ace or better, they're probably going to call you. If they don't, they're not going to call you. Just bet it. And also, this is the other thought is here is if somehow they have a better hand than you, somehow they made the straight on the river and they bet it, you're never folding a set of queens ever.
That's a very good point, by the way, in terms of helping people make these decisions. That's a very good point.
Yeah, I think players make mistakes sometimes. They go, well, the straight got there. I'll check now. Why are you folding? Because now, and think about it, when they do have a better hand than set of queens, they're always going to bet that. And now you're basically put yourself in a situation that when they have ace jack, you don't get paid. And when they have a straight, they get paid. And that's obviously not what we want. Or that bizarre situation where somehow we had two players check on the river with a set. Yes, I know we've done enough of these that I shouldn't even be surprised anymore. But really?
I'm just amazed that you're still confident enough to the money's going in. Well, let's wait until the money goes in.
What were they scared of?
3 queens. They were right. That was fun.
The funny thing is that Sayo's going to watch this and be like, these commentators are morons.
They're morons. I knew what was up.
Yeah. I checked back because I wasn't going to get called by worse. I had a brilliant check back. I'm the best.
Well, we're not in a position to argue.
Well, actually, we are technically, literally in a position to argue. We have microphones.
Yeah, I don't know how that happened. That was a mistake. Well, that was a fun hand. The bottom line is Gairika made money, and they are now in the chip lead.
Yeah.
Our chatter Eureka, here for nothing, won their seat in a free roll, is now in the chip lead in the 200K guaranteed mystery bounty main event.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. They are in the catbird's seat, so to speak. A lot of people in the chat we can say hi to. What's up, Phasmin? What's up, Lime? What's up, Andy
Hello,
Exxon?
everybody.
Rafaela. Art Ukraine. I Gregorius. Hello, everybody. We do have we have 7 $109 tickets to give away, everybody. 7.
Nice.
5 during our show, 2 after our show. I have an interactive London Things question for you.
Hi, it's the Pits. Hi, Snoking. Hi, Johnny. Interactive. What does that mean?
Oh, well, you'll have to stick around and find out.
Garika's in the chat. Hi, Garika. No spoilers, please. They say it's difficult to play with such pay jumps. I've never been this excited before. That is a very fair shout. And we do say this quite a lot, but we haven't said it today. Like, we're watching these people play for, significant money. It is tough to make decisions if you haven't played a lot of these big final tables.
Yeah, ideally, we're making the decisions based on the poker and based on the information in front of us and not the money jumps. But we're all human. And, Nick and I would be lying. Like if I was playing for money that was way more than I'd ever played before, I'd be lying if I said that the money did not affect my decision-making process.
Yeah,
I would be lying. So I certainly understand that.
Totally.
That said, Gairika, bet your sets.
Wow.
I love you. I love them.
They're tough love.
I love them. Bet your sets.
Bet your sets.
And good luck to you the rest of the way. Free roll does begin in under 10 minutes. Password once again, chip 88818. Chip 88818. David Tuckman and Nick Wealthall here, courtesy of 888 Poker. I mentioned last week a whole bevy of 888 rides are going to be coming your way. Look for them on the 888 YouTube channel. For those of you who are joining us on YouTube, welcome. You can watch the show on Twitch or YouTube. When we do have our keyword giveaway, though, if you want to be part of that, you've got to open up the Twitch chat, as we do use the Twitch software. Seven players remain. The remaining 7, by the way, all guaranteed $2,400. Are quite large. We're talking about 2 players, and we'll go home with 5 figures today. That is without their betting, by the way. Feste has an opportunity to walk home with nearly 20,000 if things work out for them. Oh, wow, I didn't realize this. Curd D has already locked up $7,172. Wow.
That's a lot of money in a $109 tournament. 7,000 locked up in bounties. That's sick.
Yeah, there's a lot to talk about with Curd D. Curd D's in the big blind right now, by the way. How's this? I'm going to give you a whole sort of thing. They are currently 27th on the 888 Poker leaderboard for 2025. They have $100,000 in total profit. Okay, that's profit, not just earnings. Right? If you go on Hendon Mob and somebody has like $4 million in live earnings, that doesn't mean they're up $4 million. They're likely, they might be down. But this is $100,000 profit for Curd D. Also notable to mention, Curd D is in this tournament for 17 bullets.
Oh, wow. So so Curd D's a professional player, clearly. They're making significant money and they're not afraid to fire at will. Well,
the amazing thing is, right, I mean, normally you'd say 17 bullets. You'd be like, okay, well, I mean, what are they down? You'd be like, no, they're up 100,000, over 100,000 in 2025 on the site. And despite putting in 17 bullets in this tournament, they're guaranteed a profit here.
Nice.
A significant profit, mind you.
I mean, if you think you've got an edge in the tournament, every entry has a positive EV, no matter how many entries you've already lost. The only question is, if you've lost X amount of bullets, can you still play well? That's the only question.
Right.
Because then your next bullet still has the same edge as your first bullet.
Right. We've had this discussion with Ian and other players who do a lot of, like, you will fire more than one bullet. It's just simple. Yeah. Like, I mean, if you are a positive EV player, then each bullet, don't factor in the fact that you're already in for 4 or 5 bullets. It's just, okay, well, is the next bullet positive EV or not? But to your point, I think a lot of players have trouble kind of getting emotionally grounded after they're in for the 14th bullet.
Yeah, it's called tilt.
The first 12 bullets are fine. By bullet 13, I'm having my issues.
So I think I think we can say with some confidence, I don't know who Kurdi is, I don't know the player, but we can say with some confidence, given the amount of money they've won on the site, they're probably a professional player, or at the very least, they're a serious player. And if you're playing a lot, if you're playing high volume, like, Aaron Baroni plays a gajillion tournaments every day, then putting 17 buy-ins into one tournament is not a big deal because it's just another buy-in, it's just another tournament. If, however, it's your one big tournament of the month, right, or the one big tournament of the year or something like that, then there's a much bigger chance that after the first 3 or 4, you're going to be seriously on tilt and you shouldn't be doing it. So you just got to know, have some self-awareness, which is important in poker generally, frankly.
It's a good shout. I hadn't really thought about that. Like, you think about Aaron Baroni, who plays, 50 to 100 tournaments a day. What's the difference if it's the same tournament 17 times or 17 different tournaments?
No, there's no difference. It's no difference.
By the way, like I said, Kurt D, who's in this tournament for, we'll call it about $1,800, maybe a little bit more. They've already locked up $9,500.
Right. So they're in serious profit.
Yeah, they've $7,100 in bounties.
Yeah, amazing.
Yeah. We've talked about this before, but it does remind me of the time when Daniel Negreanu, there was you could rebuy, it was a rebuy World Series of Poker event, and Daniel Negreanu really wanted the bracelet, and he bought in for something along the lines of like 26 times, and they worked it out where like he had to come in like 4th place to make money.
Yeah.
And he did, by the way.
He came in 3rd, I think.
Yeah. And he said that he actually said that because of the way the tournament was set up, your rebuy, you didn't have to get up and then go re-enter and then get a new random table. The way it was set up was you could just rebuy from your table. So he knew he would be at the same table, and he really liked his table setup. He knew that table wouldn't break for a while, and he thought he had a really, really significant edge at that table. So didn't even mind putting a lot of chips at the table because he was like, I'm just going to get them all back. Now there's more chips here for me to get. And to his credit, he did it.
Pretty wild. Speaking of wild.
Yes.
Giving away $109 tickets just for watching this stream. That's pretty wild.
That is wild.
And yet we do it every week here on Magic Monday / Tuesday. We just see this all in, and then we're going to give you the chance to win a $109 ticket. Brits
Queen
in
7
danger of
versus King
elimination.
6. Oh, we've got a big sweat here. Straight draw.
No, flush.
Yeah, the king gets there, but the 7 of spades for Kerr D. And Kerr D now solidly up to 29.5 big blinds. And the British, is that Brits? Either way, they're gone. And Kerr D, another $600 added on. So that pays for 5.5 buy-ins right there.
Yeah.
Brits 01 gone in 7th place with the bounties and the 7th place money. They take home $3,000, and we're down to 6. Continue on, my friend.
Well, we're going to give away some $109 tickets, David Tubman. We're going to play Loddon Thinks. Do you want me to ask you a question, or do you want to ask me a question?
I can ask you a question.
Oh, yours is interactive.
It is. Or we can wait on mine if you want.
Yours sounds exciting. I think we should do yours now because the tournament's not as exciting as it will be later on, and yours sounds very involved. So is it normal? Is it still normal Loddon Thinks rules?
Yeah. Okay, I am going to, it's normal London Thinks rules. I'm going to ask Nick a question. Okay, I am going to ask Nick, my friend, a question, and you guys have to answer it. To climb inside Nick's brain and figure out what the answer is. Okay, very, very simple. Google will not help you. You can only answer once. You can answer on YouTube or you can answer on Twitch. But here's the thing: you can only answer once. If you answer more than once, you are disqualified. Okay. The two closest people will get a $109 ticket, and timing does matter. So don't duplicate somebody else's answer. That's the only time you can actually answer once. Did I do the rules right? I don't normally do rules. You do.
That seems fine.
Okay.
Just guess what I'm going to say. That's all you're doing.
That's it. Okay. So I am going to for you. I'm going to just dip my camera down a little bit.
Oh God! It's a family show. What is this?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
I am going to call in my dog. Okay, I have 3.
Doggy.
Yeah, I'm going to call in one of my golden retrievers. Okay.
Yeah.
Whichever one comes in first, bounding. Okay. You have to guess how many days old they are. Not in dog years, in actual human days. How many days old is the dog that comes bounding in?
Okay. This is the best London Things ever by a mile.
Boom. I love it. Okay. Hold on a second, everybody. You ready?
Yeah.
Doozer.
Bring out the doggy.
Come here. Doozer. Come here.
Look at his little face.
Okay, Good boy. Okay, there we go. Interactive Lawden Thinks, everybody.
I love it. So the one that jumped up, how many days old is that dog?
Yep, that was Doozer, by the way. How old is Doozer in days, everybody? For those of you who don't know, I have 3 dogs, 3 cats, a cat and a bunny. I have Doozer, we have Wicket, and we have Chewbacca. Those are our 3 dogs.
Leo says, can we mic up the dog?
Might be able to.
Trying to guess how old that dog is. You know what I'm doing.
Look at the channeling your inner canine. I can see it.
Yeah.
Nick is going to figure it out. Nick has never gotten this wrong. He has always been able to figure out what he thinks in this regard. For you guys, you saw me call in the dog. 2 dogs actually ran in here, but Doozer was a little quicker. And he jumped up, gave me some licks. He's very, very sweet. How many days old is Doozer?
My guess is in.
His guess is in, everybody. Get your guesses in quick, because Lime Rookie will close this contest, and once she does, it's over. It's done.
$109 tickets. We are so good to you.
We have nothing to do with it. But 888 is so good to you.
Couple of guesses in here, which I think would be a world record for the age of a dog. But yeah, you could still win. Yeah.
I mean, you guys are aware there's 365 days in a year, right? That doesn't change.
Jay West has gone 33,332, which would make this dog 93 years old.
Gosh, I hope he lives to 93. That would be so cool.
That would be so cool. Why hasn't science made dogs able to live longer? What have they been doing all this time, the scientists?
You know, it's really interesting because you look at the average lifespan of a human being, it has steadily gone up, right? From, I mean, let's be honest, 400 years ago, you and I'd be dead. We got an all-in. Whoa.
We do.
Kurji really putting the pressure on Sayo, but Sayo just had too much hand. Wasn't going to let the aces go. And Sayo, who, by the way, could have really been on life support earlier on. Remember, it was set over set. They did not get knocked out there. And now they're back up to 31 big blinds. They are basically tied for the chip lead. Kurji, still healthy. Gairika, actually fine on 16 big blinds. We only have 1 short stack. That is H Doggo or Doggo the guy. I'll call him Dog. H Dog. H Dog is on 8 big blinds. They came in as our chip leader, by the way. Look at that, by the way. H Dog, by the way, won the $10,000 bounty in the Mystery Bounty main event tournament back in July. That's pretty sweet.
Really sweet.
But to answer your question, I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's ridiculous. The average lifespan, like I said, you and I would be either like the old sage in the village.
Well, the average lifespan in the Roman Empire was 28. And the average lifespan now is like mid-80s in the West. So, but the average lifespan of a dog in the Roman Empire was like 10. And then the average lifespan of a dog now is like 10.
11. Right. Yeah.
It's like ridiculous.
You would argue that veterinary science and medicine has failed us.
Yeah, it needs to pull its finger out. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, considering how much money people spend on their animals and how much money veterinarians charge, you'd think they'd be better at their job, and yet they're about as good as NFL GMs are at evaluating quarterbacks. Like, what is this? I don't get it.
No one cares about this but me and you. But what pick was JJ McCarthy? Was he like in the first round, right?
Oh yeah, he was like 10th overall, dude.
It's unbelievable. They still don't know how to. They still don't know how to do it.
I mean, the amazing thing is that there are people that are paid lots of money.
Lots of money.
And you go, what's your job? Oh, I evaluate college talent and I determine whether they will be good professionals, NFL players. That's your only job. Yeah, that's my only job. I just watch lots of college football players and I determine if they will be good at the next level. And then why do you suck at it?
It's just mad, isn't it? So much resource and so little accuracy.
Yeah. Oh, 2 pair here for Magellan. I like the fact they bet this. They're not going to get paid in all likelihood, but I really like the fact they bet this. The fact the straight draw missed, the king queen, the queen nine, the clubs missed. I don't imagine that Gairica is folding a jack in that spot.
We have got winners, David Tuckman.
I love that.
Let's give away 2 $109 tickets. What did you ask me again?
I asked you how old the first dog that would pile into this room is. That was Doozer, by the way. I knew it would be him because he's very energetic. I asked you how old he was in days, our human days, not dog days, guys.
Well, first of all, Doozer is a very good boy. Let's just agree that. Second of all, Doozer is a young dog. You can see that. No grey hairs, glossiness of facial coat, energetic, no arthritic problems. The dog is aged between 3 and 5 years old. So you're taking your pick within that range. The correct answer that you should have landed on is 1,190 days old. That is the correct answer.
That is amazing. Time and time again, I just don't understand how good you can be on a weekly basis. It's just astounding how good
what I think, man. I know what I think.
1,190 days is the exact right answer, everybody. If you guessed 1,190, you might have just won a $109 ticket. In actuality, if your name is SoCall 537 and you said 1,225, or if you are that deprived king and you said 1,200, wow, really close, you have just won a $109 ticket. Those two players.
Guesses.
Yep. SoCall 537 and that deprived king, you have just won $109 tickets. Congratulations.
Well done. Well played. If you didn't win a ticket, don't worry. We've got 3 more within the final table and then 2 more afterwards on the Poker Wheel of Justice as we see Gairica, chat hero, go all in. Hold. Can I get a hold, chat? I presume they're going to get called. Presume they're going to get called. They do get called.
They get called.
Nice flop.
Oh,
nice turn.
Yo!
Lovely.
Yeah.
We'll have a double. We'll take a double. Thank you very much.
Go get it. So
Gairica taking down the pros.
Yeah, Kurd trying to bluff, didn't work, and now they lose that one. And now Kurd down to 10 big blinds. They are flirting with disaster here. See if they can make a comeback. As always,
more importantly, how old is Doozer?
Doozer just turned 3. So he is actually he's like 1,107 days old.
I am so good at aging dogs.
Yeah. He's actually 1,107 days.
It's on my skills. It's on my CV.
Yeah.
on my resume. Can age dogs.
Yeah, he turned his birthday is like early November, really early November. We got him, we got him right around Christmas time. When he was like 7 weeks old. He was our little Christmas baby.
Well, he's a very good looking boy.
He's a good looking boy. He's a good boy. He's yeah. He comes in. Have you ever seen Ghostbusters?
Yes, like about 20 times.
Well, then you've been slimed. So we've taken that phrase and we've coined, you've been doozered, because what he'll do is, so he goes outside in my backyard, and if we're sitting on the couch, we go, okay, somebody let dogs in, right? And you let dogs in, and we have a 13-year-old dog and we've got a 9-year-old dog, and then Doozer. Doozer will come in with this reckless abandon, as if he's never seen you. All in. Ace 10 versus King Jack. Come on, we need help. We need help. Oh, come on.
What do we need help?
We don't need help.
You've really confused me there. What do we need help for?
I was rooting for H Dog.
Oh, that was weird. Let's go, Garika.
Or maybe I just misread the hand. I don't know. I got so excited because there was a big draw, and I saw the Queen 10 of Hearts, and I was like, oh, my God, he's got this huge draw.
It didn't need it.
Oh, but he's already got a pair of jacks, so he doesn't need anything.
Didn't need it.
The turn just basically killed H-Dog. H-Dog out in 6th place, by the way. They came in as our chip leader. They locked up almost $1,700 in bounties, plus 6th place money. So when it's all said and done, nearly $5,000 in their pocket for H-Dog. Well done. This coming up the heels of winning the $10,000 bounty back in July in the Mystery Bounty main event. So it's been a good year for H-Dog.
Yeah, great year and a great result for them. Reminding you that these players have had to battle through 1,800 other entrants into this tournament. So it's hard to be here. So well done to all of them. Garika's picked a good time to hit some hands. Yeah,
this is really, really advised. If you get to a final table, you want to start making hands. It's very good.
And have people bluff into you. That's a good second tip.
Yeah, I mean, they don't have a great hand here, and let's see how comfortable they are. They've got an ace, though. I don't think they can go away anywhere. Now they've got 2 pairs, so...
Lovely.
Yeah.
I don't think Sayo's going to bluff again. Okay, but Garika bets, which is not the worst.
No, I actually love this. I love this. It kind of makes no sense. Like, wait a second, you just check called. Why are you betting into me? But the fact that we saw Sayo check back a set earlier on. And look at this, all in. Whoa.
So you can make this kind of blocking bet, but you have to call this because you have to understand that you've made a weak looking bet. Please call Garika, please. I know it's hard as final table.
Yeah, and their lead out of the river looks like it makes no sense whatsoever. It looks like they missed diamonds or something weird,
Yeah, it looks like a blocking bet with a weak ace or king or something, or a misdraw, and so players will attack this kind of bet. So if you're making one, you've got to be more apt to call. This is for their tournament life.
I mean, the fact that Sayo didn't bet a set of 8s earlier, I don't even think that they're doing this with Jack 10 or nothing. They're not even doing this with 2 pair.
Boo.
And they let it go.
Boo. That's a shame. That was a huge pot, monster pot. Well played, Sayo, to pull the trigger on that bluff.
Yeah, I want to give them credit. I mean, the fact that they did not bet a set of 8s earlier tells you that they're not raising there even with ace queen or ace king. Like, it's pretty much Jack 10 or nothing. I mean, I have to imagine it's the nuts. So, I mean, you could argue that ace 5 is the same as an ace in that sense. Like, they're not doing it with ace queen, I don't think. Oh, what a spot. That is, that's going to be tough for Garika to watch that one.
Yeah, it was a tough decision. I mean, that's the value of aggression in Hold'em. When someone puts you to a decision for all your chips, you want to be the one putting them to the decision, not the person having to make those decisions, because it's tough.
Yeah, you know what? Let's give Sayo credit, though, for that. That's
I said it's like to pull the trigger on that was smart.
Yeah, with 5 left in a tournament of this magnitude, to be able to pull that trigger on that one is huge. Yeah, Guy I wouldn't even beat yourself up. I mean, hindsight's 2020.
Yeah, we're all great. We're all great players when we're not actually in the hand. You've
Yeah.
got to remember that. It's tough. It's a huge decision for you.
Yeah, I'm particularly good when I'm not in the hand and I can see the cards.
Yes, I've noticed you really go up a level.
Yeah, it's strange. Anyway, back to my dog story as we watch this one play out, because we might get Nolan in a call.
Yeah, Kurdy's probably going to be all in. It's possible they limp and then shove if they think Garika might fold.
Oh, they just called
now,
here.
especially. Yeah.
Oh, it's bad flop here for Gairika. Checks back. And both these players on the shorter side, obviously Kurdi pretty much on life support, but looks in good shape to double up here. See if Gairika wants to bet this now. And they are going to put a little smidgen out there. Hope their opponent doesn't have anything.
Hi, Fenfop. Hi, Rono Jono, Ruin Kind, Fishfart.
Oh!
Shop.
Oh, bet this. Come on, you got to bet it now. Yeah.
Knock out the pro. Let's go, Garika.
What a gross run out for Kurdi, because you know they just wanted to check raise all in on the flop, and they didn't get the chance, and they do save their last 3.6 big blinds. I'm going to get this darn story out whether you like it or not. So we tell everybody, let the dog in. The dogs come barreling in, but they come in, based on their age. Doozer will come in as if he's never seen you before, or he hasn't seen you in weeks, right? I mean, it's just like, it's the funniest thing. You'll put him outside for 7 minutes, he'll do his business and he'll come back in like he's like, oh, Dad. And he will jump on the couch on your lap as if he's still 4 pounds, like he's still tiny. He thinks he's small. And yeah, you've been doozered. That's what we call it. Very much like you've been slimed, because the tongue and the doozer and the fur and all of it. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. If you ever visit me, which will never happen.
Somebody listening might.
Yeah, if you ever visit me, I will allow you to be doozered.
Hopefully not euphemism.
Oh, no, it's literally.
Hey, look, Garika's built back up here, back up to 20 big blinds. They were down to about 10 after that bluff. Kurdi is now all in. Yeah,
I might go. I might actually go. You can go like 4 big blinds here. You don't have to raise it much. You can go 4.2 big blinds and kind of isolate.
Yeah, I agree.
And look at this. Kurdi is going to get a full triple up out of this one. That worked out well for them.
The old King 4.
Yep. So Kurdi triples up to 9 big blinds. Gairika right in the middle with 18. Everybody chasing Sayo on 47.5 big blinds. We have lots more tickets to give away, by the way. If you didn't win one of the first 2 tickets, we have another game we're going to play. Dave Thinks, or Tuck Thinks. Nicola asked me a question later on. We're going to have a keyword giveaway. And then at the end of the show, we have the Wheel of Justice. Your Twitch voice put to use.
And this just in from Ticket Town, we're doing the keyword giveaway right now.
Oh, okay.
Why? You don't want to do it?
No.
You don't want to do a giveaway? You don't want the people to get a ticket? What's wrong with you?
Listen, buddy, I don't question. I was just kind of, it was, yeah. I mean, this is like a super, main event. I just figured I figured we'd be here for 3 hours.
You may not be correct in that figuring.
Yeah.
So, I'll run the tickets. You just concentrate on the dog wrangling, which is by far the better job. We're going to do a keyword giveaway, people. One of you is about to win a $109 ticket. We'll just watch this hand play out. The kings need to fade. I can't think fade the flop.
2 pair. Oh,
that's
what a brutal.
That's so unlucky on a huge final table. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I don't even blame Sayo. I mean, I like to play with 9-8 of hearts. You're only going to get called by the absolute best hands. Magellan just happened to have one of those, and then you flop 2 pair. What a nightmare for Magellan, who was out in 5th place. What a way to get knocked out. They, by the way, came into this final table 2nd in chips. They won the ticket to this event in a 5-seat free roll satellite. So they also are in this tournament for free. And they turned free into, are you ready? $6,000.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Fantastic for them. Let's get this giveaway done because the break is going to be upon us. Keyword giveaway. You must be on our Twitch channel. If you're on YouTube, you want to play, come over to 888 Poker TV on Twitch because it's a software-driven contest. You just type in the keyword once it's been revealed, and you've got an equal chance to win. Somebody's going to randomly win $109. The keyword, in honor of Gaurika's run from a free roll, Lime has selected a word that rhymes with Gaurika. It's Eureka. That's literally the explanation I was given. Eureka! Greek for I have found it. Eureka.
There you go.
Eureka is your ticket to win a ticket. Good luck.
By the way, it would have taken me a really long time. I'm sitting there going, Furika, Marika, I cannot come up with a word that rhymes with Eureka. I mean, the Eka part I probably could, but not the full one. Jack 5 flop here. Not much going on for either player. 5 big blinds in there. That was a really nice ladder up, by the way, for Gaurika. The pay jumps are enormous. All the players in this field right now guaranteed. Is that right? $5,700. Wow. $5,700. That's in addition to the bounties they've already locked up. So Gaurika, just like Magellan, won their ticket in a free roll. So you're talking about the ultimate ROI. Oh,
amazing.
This could be interesting.
Infinite. ROI infinite from a free roll.
This could be interesting.
Well, it depends if Fedezet.
Yeah.
Fedezet. It depends if they raise or flat, obviously. Let's see.
Yeah.
I suspect they'll raise just because Ace King, you don't especially want another player in the hand.
No, and the bounties are still worth something. There still is a $600 bounty in there. Obviously, that pales in comparison to the pay jumps, but still $600. You're talking about 6 buy-ins.
Yeah. It's significant.
Sayo lets it go, and there's a jack, a queen, or an ace. It's not going to happen. The 6 of diamonds and Kurt D.
Hard to kill.
Yeah.
That's the power of the 17 buy-ins, probably.
Definitely.
For some reason. Here we go. We're going to give away a ticket. Somebody that's entered the keyword giveaway is about to win a $109 ticket, and that person is you, Cindy Bear. Chat regular, Cindy, you win. Enjoy your $109 ticket. Turn it into thousands.
Yeah, please. As always, if you do well on one of these with one of our tickets we've given you, let us know. We love to hear the success stories.
We do.
Congratulations, Cindy Bear. That is awesome. Still have 2 more giveaways during the show and then 2 at the end of the show with the Wheel of Justice. We're down to 4. And chat regular, Gaurika is still in the mix.
Absolutely. Could still take it down. Won their seat from one of our 888 Discord free rolls. So you want to be getting involved in those because look at what they can do for you. Magical things.
Yeah, I mean, I think sometimes people you think of free rolls. It's like, yeah, it's fun, and maybe I win a little bit of money, but whatever. I'm not going to win real money. And then you watch Gaurika and you watch Magellan or you see QVI and you go, oh, wait, I can turn this into real money, possibly. That is certainly a possibility, guys. Final 4, Kurt D battling to stay in the mix. And they've got an ace. Kind of expect the chips to go in here. And this will likely get chopped up. Oh, Gaurika just folds. I really thought that was going to go all in.
You got to quit pre-calling the action, mate.
I don't even know.
It's not working out for you at this final table.
Like, why do I even try?
I don't know, but it's definitely not working out.
Well, it's funny. There are some hands where you just feel like, oh, yeah, this hand plays itself. No, it doesn't. Just stop it. Just stop it.
Exactly.
By the way, Wednesday, we've got Josh Manley and Aaron Baroni facing off in the blast-off. You know there's going to be tons of banter and laughter with those two. Predict the winner and join us for tons of giveaways. Thursday, we have a live event crusher, Ian Simpson, on deck. He'll be playing MTTs at 5 p.m. GMT. Come for the snacks, the singing, the poker action, and, of course, his cats. Well, and the ticket giveaways, too. Ian Simpson, that is on Thursday.
Oh, this is brutal for Gorica. No.
Yeah.
This is so gross. How does this happen with 8 big blinds behind each? This is awful.
Yeah, this is not good. On a pretty wet board as well. This is gross.
Yeah, this is gross. You were about to say what's going to happen, weren't you?
Nope.
I dare you to predict what's going to happen.
I bet fold.
Can Gorica get away from this? This is basically a set. They're in the blinds four-handed with no chips. This is pretty close to a setup hand.
Check on the river. They're both scared of a 4.
Oh, they might survive. Gorica might survive. They do survive. So gross news. But Kurdi's going to be annoyed that they didn't get all the chips there. They actually left chips on They really, like with trip 7s, like you really need to be getting all that money in, surely. But they do have an advantage as we head to the break.
Man, Gorica still with us. Come back in 5, everybody.
The more I learn about the game, the more I realize how I underestimated how important position really is. Position in poker determines whether you're first or second to act. So at the table, the first few positions are an early position, under the gun, +1 or 2, depending on how big the table is. And then it becomes middle position, so hijack, cutoff, button. And then you have the blinds, small blind and big blind. When I first started playing poker, I was more interested in whether my hand was good or bad. And the flop was good or bad for my hand. Did I make the nuts? Did I not? Should I bluff? Whatever. I didn't really think that much about position. I knew it was something, people told me it was important, but I never really figured out why it was important. And these days, I realize that it is largely determining how big of a pot I can win and potentially lose. Playing out of position, it's harder to get value, and it's harder to bluff effectively. And those are 2 pretty important tenets of the game of poker. When you think about playing a big pot in poker, you think about, I'm gonna have to bet before the flop, on the turn, on the river, right? You have a really good hand, you wanna make all those bets. When you're in position, you're last to act and will always get the chance to reopen the betting action. But when you're out of position, often you're gonna be checking your opponent, and that means that sometimes you get to the river and you'll be wanting to put another bet, but you're gonna check and hope to trap or let them bet, and they'll just check back and you won't get your value. And so if you think about it, when you get to the river of a decent sized pot, the pot's gonna be a lot bigger if you have the chance to bet in position versus when you're checking out of position. So at times you're gonna have to play out of position, and there are some things you can do to change your game to make it more profitable for you. One of them is to start with a tighter range. Because it's harder to bluff effectively and get value, you just wanna start with a tighter range, give you a better chance to win the pot and then win bigger pots. Other things you can do post-flop would be either to check raise an opponent more often who bets too much, or if they bluff too much, you wanna check call them and trap them with your strong hands. One of the most important ways I think 3-betting changes when you're out of position is the sizing of the 3-bet. A lot of players size their 3-bets the same whether they're in position or out, and you wanna give your opponent a better price when you're in position and a worse when you're out of position because, as I said earlier, harder to get value, harder to bluff, and so you want to charge them more right now when you're out of position. If we're talking about overall, what's the biggest mistake people make out of position? It's playing too many hands. If you're playing too many hands, you'll say, oh, I'm getting a good price, and maybe you are right now, but the hand doesn't end right now when you call out of the big blind, or even worse, out of the small blind. You still have to deal with a flop, a turn, and a river. Those bets can be a lot, and should be a lot larger than what you just called. And yes, you're getting a good price right now, but what happens in the river when you're playing a 100 big blind pot with a mediocre hand? There are obviously a lot of tools you could use to get better at playing either in position or out of position, but I think one of the most important is just experience. And out of position for a lot of players is like other spots for them where they feel uncomfortable. And a lot of players, when they feel uncomfortable, they don't want to think about the spot, they don't want to study the spot, they just want to move on and go to the spots where they're more comfortable. But it's actually those situations where you don't exactly know what to do or where you can experience the most growth in your game and are some of the most important to pay attention to. So don't be afraid to get in the mix, play out of position, maybe make some mistakes and learn from them.
There was a point though, like 2010, you made a deep run in the main event.
Yep.
Like mid 2000s, you win an Aria super high roller. There was a point where it looked like you might be the next great tournament guy.
Well, I think that might just be a little overstated.
Okay, maybe a little, maybe like there was a short-term variance, but I'm saying there was a point there where it looked like you were at least taking it seriously, and maybe this was the path you were going to take.
I was never all in on tournaments, but obviously I was very fortunate, but I had a lot of early success, not even early, 10 years in, whatever. I had a lot of success, but I think it was just a byproduct of the time.
Okay.
Like, I also had a lot of very close misses. I think I have like 11 or 13 WSOP final tables. I've never finished better than third, so it's like...
a lot of variance there.
Everything, it's just, back then we were very ignorant to it, so you put a run together over the course of a couple of years, and it's like, of course you're the next hot name and you're going to be the guy who does it. But I just always kind of went back to what I knew I was winning for sure at, which was cash. Tournaments were kind of supplementing that. It's like, oh, I ripped off another 500K score. I guess that means I get to take a bigger piece of myself now playing in this private game that Ivy's route.
Right.
Which seemed like it had way, way higher potential and a much larger ceiling available than chasing down these high rollers, which I feel so fortunate I didn't fall down that path, because those guys get all the glory and they deserve every fucking bit of it, because what they do is a hellacious task. I wouldn't wish it upon anybody. They are so studied and they work so fucking hard, and they do it all for like 10 to 12% ROI on 5 or 6 million a year.
People have said this, by the way, and I feel like you've probably said this on one of your 719 podcasts.
Sure.
Where if you can be successful in that realm, then you can probably be far more successful in so many other realms.
You could run a country, you could do whatever you want. Like,
be a CEO of a company. Oh, and we just pick up the action with Gairika flopping top pair. Absolute cooler for them. And nightmare for Gairika. And they're out. But what a tournament. Congratulations, Gairika. Fantastic performance. I mean, top pair four-handed with a short stack. Obviously, you're not going to get away from that. And Sayo eliminating Gairika and taking that bounty. Gairika, what a performance, though. They're out in fourth place. With the bounties and the fourth place money, they earned themselves over 6,000. Worth mentioning here, once again, they got into this via a Discord free roll. So congratulations, Gairika. GG to you. Awesome job. Seriously, awesome job.
GG's, that's absolutely phenomenal. And that is the dream, isn't it? That's the dream. You add a satellite in, you get invited a free roll for little money, and then you just have an amazing run in a huge tournament. And fair play to Gairika, because as they said themselves in chat, they've never played for money like that before. And that is intimidating. The first time you do it, it's intimidating. You're going to be excited and nervous and so on. And the next time you do it, you'll be more comfortable. But, that's a decent amount of pressure. So well done to you.
Yeah, good game. Good game, Gairika. I mean, worth mentioning once again, their average buy-in is under $3. And they just walked home with over 6,000. So just that is amazing. That is certainly what the dreams are all about. Well done, you. We are three-handed. It is all Sayo, who's got 64 big blinds. Kurd, who, again, is in here on 17 buy-ins and is in the 27th on the 888 Poker leaderboard for 2025, is looking for another big score here. King high flop. Fedezete with that.
Gairika getting loads of love in the chat. Quite right, too.
Yeah, deservedly so. I mean, plus on the last hand, even if they were deeper, it wouldn't have mattered there. Jack 10 versus Ace 10 on a 10 high flop. There's not much you can do. Four-handed, you're loving it. You flop top pair. So
it's the way it goes in tournaments. You're basically dodging landmines.
What a turn card here. So Kerr is open-ended with a flush draw up against a top pair, no kicker.
It wouldn't be a surprise if they shoved here.
Yeah, I mean, they've got 10 high, so they've got no showdown value whatsoever. Are they willing to put their tournament life on the line with this huge draw. No, they just call, and an ace on the river, and they have given up. That's happy to get the showdown.
Interesting that they didn't shove. I'd be interested to know why, because obviously they're a good player. Because there wasn't a high chance there they were up against a big hand, and even like Federzet was near the top of their range, really, with top pair there with a weak kicker, and even near the top of their range, that's a hard call to make.
Yeah. I mean, again, we go back to what you said earlier. I mean, you assume that these players have played with each other for a while, and maybe they've got some history with each other, and just assume that if they were double barreling that, they've got top pair and they're not folding it. Who knows? And yes, Champagne Poker, I was aware that a 6 would give them both a straight. Obviously, that's Kerr would have had a bigger straight, but it was for naught.
Hey, Kurtie's in chat. Welcome, Kurtie.
Are they?
Well played to you. They said they didn't shove because, no spoilers, by the way. They didn't shove because I thought there was too much value in his bet, as in you mean it's a value bet most of the time, and you didn't think you had much fold equity. Fair enough. Thank you for sharing.
Look at that. It's like you put it out there and God speaks to you. Or just Kerr in this case.
It was Kurtie.
God, I wonder what he was eating yesterday. And then boom, it just pops up and then lets you know. It's great. Good stuff there. Nick Rothwell, David Tuckman here for A-to-Day Poker, everybody. Thanks for joining us on this Tuesday. I know sometimes it can be difficult to find us on a Tuesday. Sayo going to 3-bet Federzet with the jacks. Don't imagine them folding this. We'll see. They're all in.
Yeah, I like the 3-bet from Sayo. Puts a ton of pressure because Federzet obviously is the middle stack. They just happen to run into a big hand there, but I do like the 3-bet.
Yeah, nearly $3,000 pay difference between second and third.
Yeah, that'll get them. That'll get you some folds.
Oh, we've got some hands here. This could be interesting. Kerr all in. Why not with ace-8? Federzet out of the way. Sayo, though, is going to make the call, and it's ace-9 versus ace-8. The 9 does play for now, and it continues to play.
Oh, I immediately root for people that come in our chat. I was really rooting for Kerr there.
Yeah. It's like I know you now. I want to cheer for you.
Yeah, I know. We're buddies. I want you to win.
The kiss of death. Kerr D gone in third place. What a performance. So Kerr D, I've said it a couple of times, 17 bullets in. They locked up nearly $8,000 in bounties, plus third place money. So when it's all said and done, you're talking about a score of about 16K for Kerr D.
Pretty sweet. Very well played.
Oh, we're talking deal now.
Well, I'm not surprised. It's a very big. It's like a 4K heads-up match.
Yes, it is exactly 4K.
I mean, who wants to do that when you can make a deal?
Federzet says, yes, I like it. The green means they've approved the deal. Sayo, still thinking about it?
Let's, while they're thinking about it, give away some more tickets.
Ooh, I like that. Ooh, they made a deal. They have agreed. Everything's so friendly here. Look at this.
Kurtie says, I was astonished I managed to put in 17 bullets. Didn't realize till I saw it in the lobby. I've done the same thing with, like, grocery shopping. I get to the cart, get to the checkout. Oh,
yeah. You go home and your wife's like, well, why did you buy this? I'm sorry.
I don't know. I was very excited. I got carried away. Hi, New Frost Rage. Good to see you. Thanks for the raid as well. We got to get this giveaway underway because we're heads up and we don't want to keep you waiting for your tickets. We're going to play Lodden Things. It's going to be David Things. I ask him a question. He's going to guess in reply his very best guess. You're going to guess what he's going to say. The 2 nearest people with a unique value will win. You can play on YouTube or in Twitch chat, but you can only answer once. Do not spam the chat. Lime Ricky will kick you out. Answer once, or you will not be eligible to win. $209 tickets. The question is in honor of our free roll hero, Guy Rika, who took a Discord free roll, which is why you should get involved in all of our promotions, because look at how they can pay off, and turned it into a thousands of dollars win. Can't remember how many thousands, but well done to them. David Tubman, it's a very simple question. How many free rolls has Gyreka 90 played on 888?
Oh, wow. It's funny. I was just looking that up the other day. I'm trying to remember the exact.
How many free rolls has Gyreka played on 888 before turning this one into over $6,000? How many free rolls has Gyreka played on 888? What does David Tuckman think the answer is? Good luck, everybody. We're watching Heads Up Action. A deal has been done. They're still playing for some of the money left over, but they've saved some off the top. Very understandable after battling through 1,800 players. And the stack's now almost level after Fedezet wins a couple of pots. David Tubman's answer is in.
My answer's in. Full disclosure, I'm not sure if Gyreka played a free roll today or not. I apologize. I might be off by one, but yeah. Just letting you know. Pair of aces versus a pair of jacks. I like the aces. Look at this, though. We have a heads-up match that is virtually even. Sayo just slightly in the lead.
So re-establishing a chip lead.
Yeah, Fedezet does get away from the jack there. So we continue this heads-up match, and you can see about a 32 chip advantage for Sayo. A little bit about both these players. Sayo actually came to this final table 7th in chips. They binked the Daily Gems $33 PKO Rumble back in September. They play mostly $33 and $55 PKOs. Fedezet came to this final table 3rd in chips. They've already got about $4,500 in bounties. They won $1,400 in a tournament last week when they finished in 55th place. They normally play about $11 tournaments. Today is going to be their biggest score ever.
Soranaki asked, what was the question? Soranaki, given your track record, I think you should try just not knowing the question.
Yeah, just guess. Just guess a
Maybe
number.
that's a different way to go about it. Maybe we can break your streak that way. It's an idea.
I think it's a great idea. What a great story here. Of our final 8 here, 2 of them got in for nothing. Magellan and Gyreka, both here via free roll.
Amazing. Amazing.
Very cool stuff. By the way, during the break, my dog was very confused. He was like, you called me in there, now what? I don't understand.
Was he like, am I in the show? Am I not in the show? Because I've told my agent I'm in the show. Like, he's an LA dog. I presume he's got an agent. I've told my agent, and now you're not. Like,
all right, am I supposed to just lay out here? Are you going to call me again when you need me?
It's nothing.
Last chance, get your answers in.
Last chance to try and win.
Sayo, getting aggressive. What does Fedezet want to do at the A7? They want to call. And this is, of course, one of the issues. It's like even when you've got a good hand like A7 suited, you're just going to miss the flop so often. Sayo has really been aggressive. I mean, the check back with the set of 8s is even more surprising, seeing how they've played since.
Yeah, you're right.
It's
it's a good example of why poker is so tough. Do you think
what?
I've got a good line on this person's play? No.
Right? I mean, the play of the game for them, without a doubt, was when they bluffed Gyreka off of 2 pair. That was significant.
Yeah, that was a big turning point in this final table, wasn't it? Because that was a huge pot at the time.
Oh, if Gairika calls that, they're the chip leader. Not to pour it on Gairika. That was a tough spot.
River Plate says, "What is the question? The question is, why are you never on time for the contest?" River Plate, it's over, dude.
It's over.
It's over. I'm sorry. Contest closed. I'm sorry. Are you on the Wheel of Justice? Because the Wheel of Justice is coming up. If you're not on the Wheel of Justice, then stick around for that, and then you can enter the Wheel of Justice next time, and we'll all be good.
And if you're wondering, set of sixes here with 4 clubs out there. If you're wondering how the Wheel of Justice works, well, those switch points that you accumulate, they're not worthless. They are worth something. 4,000 of them get you on the Wheel of Justice. We give away 2 $109 tickets at the end of our show. The catch, though, there is a catch. There's always a catch. You just got to be here. It's not a really big catch. You just got to be here. That's it.
Got to be here to win. By the way, David Tupman, the results of this Loddon Thinks are the most random and fascinating results we've ever had.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not aware of this yet, so I'm curious.
I mean, it's phenomenal stuff. Get excited.
Listen, I was born excited. You know me.
No, that's true. I cannot knock you on your excitement levels.
Yeah. I mean, I'll put it this way. Most people see a golden retriever, jumping and running and getting goofy, and they're like, oh, that dog is so excited. The dog looks at me, and it's like, what's up with him?
Why doesn't he just chill?
Yeah. Like, dude, I just saw you like 12 minutes ago. Relax.
3-bet here from Sayo. I wonder how Fedezet chooses to play this, because it's a slightly awkward stack size.
Yeah, I mean, I'm going to 4-bet this. I've got 10s. I don't want to I like the play. You could probably size it down a little bit simply because you're in position. And frankly, I just want to, I want to make the hand a lot easier to play. B, I want to deny my opponent equity. The times they have ace jack or ace queen, we get it in. So what? It's poker. I've got 10s. Fedezet now in the chip lead. These players have made a deal. They're still playing for the glory, though. They're still playing for a little bit of money as well. Sayo has got a gut shot plus the ace. Fedezet with the pair of 10s. Happy Ray says, the real question we need an answer to is, where did Tuck get that hoodie? It's not a Loddon Things question, but it's very simple. I got it from a store called Etsy.
I've heard of that one.
Have you heard of Etsy? I genuinely love Etsy.
It's on the internet.
Yeah. It's a good show.
It's a good show.
I got it on Etsy for about, I think it was like $31. Not much going on here. It's kind of a weird thing because they're not shallow, and this heads-up match could go on for a while, but they've also made a deal. So it's kind of one of those things where, like, if they want to go celebrate, are they they really want to compete and try to win this? Look at that. River Plate says, I'm Argentinian. My language is Spanish. English is way too difficult for me. But here I am supporting Team 888. Well, we appreciate you, River Plate.
Also, that's very good English. So
That's really good English.
Well done. Evaluate Poker says, good evening. That looks like a big pile of cash on the right. Yes, that is the exact representation of what they're playing for, down to the nearest dollar bill. They were playing for $4,000 in the heads-up match. First place is 14,500. But they've also won thousands in bounties. This is a mystery bounty main event. So half the prize pool was in the bounties, half was in the winning of the tournament.
Yeah, worth mentioning, Fedezet is locked up about $5,000 in bounties. Sayo has locked up somewhere in the neighborhood of $2,000 in bounties. And that will be in addition to whatever they earn Like you said, both these players locked up already 5 figures.
Player Caller says that'd be a great shirt to wear to a gender reveal party. I think I agree. Something for everyone.
I'll do it. Yeah, there you go. Sometimes I just need to convince myself, those days where you're just not feeling great about yourself. Maybe your self-esteem is lagging a little bit. You just kind of like, look in the mirror and go, yeah, I am enough.
It's beautiful.
Make you cry?
Yeah, but not in the way that you're hoping. Fedazet extending a chip lead here. Sayo, long-time chip leader, now a little bit underwater.
Yeah, not a ton going on in this heads-up match. I mean, both players kind of playing it straight up. Nobody really getting out of line. I mean, we haven't seen a ton of 3-betting pre, except when they kind of have it. It's weird because it's kind of like it feels like they're still in this like feeling out phase, or maybe we're just waiting for a cooler.
Well, Sayo has 3-bet before, and this is a good hand to 3-bet, but they do just flat.
Yeah, again. Pretty awful flop for ace-3 of diamonds.
It's not what you're looking for, is it?
Not usually, no.
Not ideal. Not what I had on my wish list.
Oh, this is a bit of a cooler.
It is a bit of a cooler. All comes down to how Fedazet plays the 8s, I think. Do they 3-bet or flat?
I'm going to 3-bet this, yeah.
So now you'd expect Sayo to put the money in.
Yeah, and while Fedazet, I might want to put 50 big blinds in with 8s. The effective stack here is about 31 big blinds, and that might be there they are. And there's an 8. Oh, wow. A 9 or 10, or we're done. The 3 of spades, and that is it.
Wow.
Fedazet flops top set and wins the tournament in style. Amazing. Sayo finishes in second place. What a performance by both these players. Fedazet going to take home the final 2 bounties. $200 and maybe another $600?
Ooh.
Or another $200, something like that. We'll see. Another $600 or another $800. So they were playing for whatever was left behind plus the final $800. And Fedazet does get the hardware. Congratulations to both of these players. What a final table.
Absolutely. Really fun final table. Well done to them both for battling through. Set of 8s, the story of the final table. Sayo won that big pot against Eureka with 8s, so they didn't go broke with 8s, or nearly broke. And then they lost the big pot at the end with 8s. Fedazet kind of just cruised through, I felt like. Really nice final table by them. We did have a deal. We'll try and get you the numbers on that. But in the meantime, we've got some unfinished business, David Tom. And I've got the most astonishing Loddon Thinks result of all time.
Wow, of all time?
No, it's one of them. I'm just trying to get the hype machine going.
Yeah, okay. I'm hyped. Either way, I'm hyped.
I asked you, how many free rolls has Eureka 90 played on 888 before binking this huge prize via a free roll? What is the answer?
Well, I think Eureka's been playing free rolls for about 3 years. I figure, they get in, maybe, 3-ish a week on average. Maybe some weeks it's 4 or 5. Maybe some weeks it's 1. Maybe they take a week off because they go somewhere they can't play. But I figured all in about 150 a year, give or take. I threw a couple extra on top there and made it 482 free rolls.
482 is exactly the right answer to the question, how many free rolls does David Tutman think Eureka 90 has played on 888? Well done, David Tutman.
Thank you.
Now, here's try and wrap your head around this, David. This is going to really confuse you. So one of our winners guessed 480, which is very close.
Wow.
To
was it Soranaki?
482. That winner was Andy Exxon. They guessed before someone else who said 480. And the person that guessed that Eureka 90 had played 480 free rolls, 2 away from what you guessed, was Eureka 90.
What? Okay, that is the most amazing thing I've ever heard. That is unreal. Well,
Eureka 90 guessed what you would guess Eureka 90, basically within 2. which is hilarious. And tragically, they didn't quite win because Andy Exxon got there first. But not tragically for Andy. We love Andy. He's here all the time. And also, Garika's won 6K. So what are you going to do? So Andy Exxon is our first winner with 480. Our second winner is C422, who said 485. Well done, C422. You win a ticket. And for a hilarious postscript, the next closest, once again, trying super hard to just win but not win to bolster the brand, Soranaki said 490. Bad luck, Soranaki. You found every possible way to never win a ticket. The run continues.
I do feel like the day Soranaki wins a ticket will probably be the last show.
I think that's right.
That'll be it.
I think that's right. I think we'll have to shutter the stream. We've got nowhere to go from here.
That is amazing. I wonder, Garika, were you guessing what you thought what you think I would guess, or did you actually just guess the number that you think you did?
Yeah, you actually have a record that you've played 492 free rolls.
It's pretty amazing that I would be that close. Who knows? Again, the players did make a deal. We don't know the exact numbers on it, but we know first place was 14,000 and change. Second place was 10,000 and change. So you can kind of figure it out there. We know, obviously, the eventual winner also took home over 5,000 in bounties. So a great day for both players. A great day for everybody. Congratulations to Garika as well. But we're not done. That's right, folks. It is time for the Wheel of Justice. Are you ready, Nick?
Born ready. Love this shizzle.
Let's
do it.
Shizzle the dizzle.
The Poker Wheel of Justice you enter with 4,000 Twitch points. If you don't know what this is and you want to be here next week on the wheel, then that's what you do. Exchange 4,000 Twitch points. You've got a week to do it. We've got everyone on this wheel. It's literally everyone that's ever played poker. Spin the wheel. No, I can't read that. I mean, it's unreadable. It's so tiny.
No, I don't even think I could read that when I was 18.
Oh, that's bigger. Flarank, friend of the show. I saw you here earlier.
They're here, right? Are you here?
Oh, look, they're just talking. Yeah. Wow is right. Many names, but only one that counts, and it's yours. You must have been good this week. Can you confirm that? Well done. Enjoy your $109 ticket. We need one more winner, David Tuchman.
We do. We need one more winner. Let's do it.
That's not
Spin the wheel.
That's the thing. The Wheel of Poker Justice only lands on people that have been good this week. Our second winner is... It's Fenfop! Other friends who I haven't actually seen tonight, are they here? Fenfop, are you here? You must be here to win.
Win.
Fenfop.
Oh, dear. Fenfop is here!
Fenfop's here! Boom!
All right. Doozer, come here. Doozer.
First show with dog included. Best London Things results ever. A chat member free rolling the way to the final table. It's been one of the greatest Magic Mondays on a Tuesdays we've ever had. Thank you for being here. We really appreciate it. What do you say, David?
Bye-bye, everybody. You say
bye-bye,
bye-bye?
everybody. We'll see you next
bye-bye?
time. Thanks to everyone making the show possible. See you next week. Good night.